It's Paul. How you doing? This is reading anything by Sean cracks me up. It's cringe, but it's like cheese. You know, if you cringe at cheese, you have a phobia. And you know the people with more education than kids is like, oh, it's cringe. I can't say the N word. You have an N word phobia. Yeah, phobia, cringe. Like, come on, dude. You're like Pokemon, and the only word you guys say, I am the cringe Pokemon. I'm a pocket monster. What does this C? How about Pokemon, you know? It sounds too boomer. Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. We have our very own thing. Right, sure. The world changes. I just woke up today and it's just like basically they're trying to convince me I'm on planet Earth and I'm in the borough that I live in and everything's fine, nothing's going on. And it's like I've seen this lady named Lori who sees crippled pigeons, puts them in a brown paper bag, and drags them to the Wild Bird Fund. And she operates every day. Like I don't see her, but I know she's there. You know. So you're gonna see the Three Stooges over here. There's always gonna be a pigeon trying to fuck. You know, and then there's like leave me alone. But the women trying to fuck are trying to just like I'm attractive. Sometimes you can cut down the pervert and say, "Oh, I'm not doing anything. I'm just eating." You know, I'm not trying to rape. Just let them know they're being watched. But then the rape instinct kicks in. You know, it's like I got to rape. You know, when they have a full gullet, they spin around in a circle and try to hump a girl. You know, it's nuts. So anyway, Sean has like he's torn. The XP system is like I want to banter in the gayest chat of all time, which is probably Chatterbox Nouveau. Here in my chat, you don't get points. I already know I'm number 0. I don't need to flash a badge. Although like because some people don't know how to keep it down, they leave things there. Can you guys read upside down and left to right? Yeah, it's like a triangle. And whatever. You guys know who this guy is, right? That's the Mad Titan. Hello, kids. Good morning. So, guys, we're on Jupiter, right? And cringe and all that. So, don't get hurt. Remember the rules in my classroom: 0, don't get hurt. And, they're also deporting Filipinos. Tomorrow is like the Independence Day for all Filipinos things. Is a parade. So you get a chance to re-enslave Filipinos. You guys want to do an N-word tower? What is that? You're doing a thank tower? Oh, how sweet. What is that? Bathhouse? Is that Barack Obama? Hi, Cyrus Bricks 1234. You ran out of numbers, huh? A baht is like I think a Middle Eastern dollar. Remember, cringe. You know other words than cringe. It's called phobia. Don't get hurt. Just play with all the Legos or something. Get some clay. Whatever. It's your second childhood. Have a great time, guys. And you'll sort it out to the problem child, and I'll talk to that one. Just make sure, if the problem child's like, I'm gonna set the world on fire, prevent him. Thank you. I'll subscribe to you too. Make sure your content's good. That's all. I've gotten used to like 14-year-old kids or whatever. Remember, you get older. Just remember this moment. You were 14. You went into inside my chat, and then John, you are not 14 years old. God damn it. You're a professional bike repairer. You have all the angle grinders and the wrenches, and then you got an entire union staff. You are not 14, dude. Okay, you can be 14 with like 90 trillion years of experience. Only? Come on, let's get it up to 50. I want to see your Roblox shit. Sorry for all the cursing, guys. John, you can say you're mentally 14, but you're too grumpy, dude. I like your chat because, or your thing is like, nice eye. And I can just relax and watch you. Say hi to all the kids. This is your Uncle John Smith. He'll eat you or something, or he'll weld you to a bike if you don't behave. He's a resident badass, you know? It's like show and tell. What do you do, mister? I repair bikes, and I hate all my friends, and I'm gonna nail your head to a wall if you don't behave, you know? That's the vibe I get from John, which is like, I'm used to that. I had a teacher just like that. He would throw pieces of chalk at the biggest Asian he could. Hey, Sean, you were able to anyway. If you guys are still here, what a fascinating turn of events. John, you know what? Since you modded me, you know, you're a kind person, and there's a difference between kind and nice. Nice people is like, tell me all about it. Kind people is like, you're crying. Here's a box of tissues. Fuck off. That's kind. You know. Imagine John Smith, the nerve of this guy, the balls, the union. You know? Hey, Sean, there's something called calls. It's an only invention called phone calls and wives. And they're like, make sure you do all I told you. And I'm like, yeah. See? Doesn't it look nice, John? You feel back in the saddle. It's like you're uncomfortable a little bit. I don't like gray. Give me my blue. And then you're back. You know? I like this is a fascist totalitarian tyranny. I like it when it's all shut up, man. Why do you interrupt me, Sean? I was on a fascist rant. Okay? This is like you're being helpful. I was just telling the air, there's a big difference between being kind and being nice. Nice people are like, oh, you're suffering. That bear trap must hurt. Tell me all about it. And they vampire it, and they suck all the like joy out of suffering for God out of you. A kind person would be like, oh, you're in a bear trap? Here's a clown nose, and then walks away. I know, right? I've seen it. I've seen them. There's no Paisley bikes. There's no clown bikes with honk honk. It's just, this is you, John. You hear yourself? Your soul is yelling at people right near me. Yeah? Yeah, that's pretty much. Sean is on the nice tip. It's like, I've defeated all the kind people. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to share my day. So here I am trying to be all like fascist and a police state when suddenly, like, the HR is like, the children ate a rhinoceros. Well, that's not my fucking problem. Now the Sean virus invaded you, John. When Sean is doing your depressed bit, do you hear yourself? That's your soul. He's singing. I have no idea what it is. I've seen you at your worst. It's just basically, fuck, the Nouveau is boring. It's so boring, I'm gonna repair a bike on stream. And I saw all your spanners and all your wrenches. I was like, ah, You ever see that? It's just like you visit somebody's shop, you got it all gone. Like, I'll just sit on the couch, drink a beer, watch you work. You destroy all my problems. It's like, yeah, it serves you right, motherfuckers. You're chipper as much as a funeral procession is chipper. But some people find joy in it, you know? So, like, if you have any problems, this is on the job therapy or something, even the best union guy is like, you're no Jimmy Hoffa, and he never will be. Like, he was chopped up and liquefied, Don't be Jimmy Hoffa. Just like Louis C.K. said, you don't really have to do all he did. There's other things to do. You gotta pace yourself, John. You know? Like, look at this dreary sky, this bicycle gray sky. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I walk by an African dance hall, and sometimes they play That's What Friends Are For. And I don't care how many black people are in there. I'm gonna peek in who's singing, you know? Is that some sort of esoteric deity shit? It's like I'm always behind on all these deity jokes. They weren't. They were singing "That's What Friends Are For," and this lady was like this, and I was like, me being Filipino, is she singing this? She sounds exactly like the thing, and it turns out she was just eating a piece of cake, and I felt so dumb. But the bouncers looked at me like, "What you like that?" The elders of the black people, and I was just like, "Listen, I hear that's what friends are for. I want to see who the main singer is because she is nailing it." And then the lady was like, "Why are you looking at me, Asian?" She eats her cake, but then she turns to all her girlfriends. I have this much appeal. Exactly, Sean. In fact, if you wanted to entrap and deport all Filipinos, just set up a karaoke on a barge. It was like, we will willingly go in there. Wonder what happens next, you know? If the sound system is good and there's some snacks and there's Red Horse, yeah, we'll get deported. It's like how they fool the black people. Hey, there's a better life across the ocean. You sure? Oh, you have drums and blow darts? Okay. And then that's how slavery happened. I was fooled. There's no better life. I know. I would do it. Tomorrow is the biggest karaoke event of all time in New York City. The Knicks are down, and then we need a place to celebrate, and we have a Filipino Day parade. It's gonna rain, you know. Mayor Adams is gonna be there. Like Timothy Cardinal Dolan's gonna like suck up to the Jews, because they go the same day. The Jewish parade is the same day as the Filipino Day parade. They take uptown, we take downtown. It's all fucked up, man. Family meet in communism. While John is masturbating his bike or something, I don't know. All I know is he has the biggest collection of tools I've ever seen on a buster. Holy crap, man. And that's just one room. I bet you he has a warehouse full of spare parts. And if not, his warehouse is like, my friend's house is my warehouse. Yeah. You see how crappy this shit is? Here's what happened. The planet Earth was kidnapped by Jupiterians, and they put us in like dioramas. Hey, look at the sky. It's so depressing, right? It's like you put me in a fucking bowl, you know? That's just his basement. Wait till you see his fucking attic, man. I'm expecting like time travel machines, an AM antenna, and he was just like touching. Refreshing. And spiders, yeah. Spider bros, man. See, I'm a garbage guy and I provide like flies, and the spiders love me because, like, how did you get these juicy flies? I'm a garbage guy. So they pray for me, the spiders. Keep doing what you're doing. I told Crady how to do it. If you put a little corner somewhere, John, where you throw away all your scraps and garbage and dead mouse parts, like, call that my corner if you want. Just like every time you hate something about bikes, just fucking Nate Mendez corner, throw a screw there. I'll be fine. You know, get all your angst out because I really like your workshop. You have it organized, and like I said, everything in there is there's meant to trigger OCD as a defensive mechanism. All your tools are a few thousandths off. It's like that's not how it's supposed to be, man. You gotta just, I want to help. If I ever was in your basement, it's like I know exactly. This angle grinder is a few thousands off. Now it's perfect. God damn it, Fox. What is this? Like, this is a fascist state. You guys are supposed to be enjoying communism in the nouveau. You know? It's just like getting a paycheck or a welfare check. Where is it? Here you go, Badger. Now go fuck off. I'm trying to counsel John. Some people are like, I'm stoic, I'm staunch. I don't need any help at all. Your tools are telling me a different fucking story. John is such a grouch. It's like, I thank God. If John Smith didn't exist, I would have to invent him. The guy's so, like, completely ready for war. And it's like, we canceled World War III. Man, fuck you. I'm just going to repair bikes until it starts. See, like, and Sean bit him. He's a little bit more fanciful now. Like, will you stop? It's going to come out of his mouth. Watch. Watch it. He's going to phrase it like, hey, pal, cease your shenanigans. Which means, will you stop? just like getting vaxxed. You know, like how doctors distract you. Here, baby, jangles keys, and it's like do do da da da, and then Sean stabs you, and it's like, ow, what the fuck? And the baby looks at the mother. It's like, you betrayed me. You brought me to this strange place, and they gave me candy and food and jangled keys, and then I got a pain in my ass. Why, mother? Why? Oh, somebody tried to remove this. They didn't like that. Be it known to all who stand in honor. But you know, where I am is where I am. So, you know, I would appreciate it if you don't talk about Moloch or guys named Paul. Hey, sup, man? This is Paul. Or I'll see you in another life when we're both cats. You'll make Sean so happy that he had 100% persona transfer. Yeah, I have the antidote. Be more grumpy, dude. That's why I asked you to make a corner for me so I can help you. You'll be like prancing around like a homo. And then I've seen your stream. It's like, hey, yeah, yeah, you know, don't like people. And then for some reason, he's not guilty. Oh my God. That's just fucking name. How you doing? Look, name. Look, name. Okay. I gave your lighter to these Boston people, right? And then they were instantly like, you know, mind controlled, possessed. I'm that good. So anyway, we're trying to keep John Smith grouchy so that they won't notice in the bus nouveau. If he's prancing around like, look, hey, John, that's your all-new Dodge Charger. Look at that. Ain't it a beaut? Don't you want to fix that instead of bikes? You know how many backflips John would do? Finally, fucking no gray bicycles. I get to work in a Charger, and it's not mine. I can fuck it up or soup it up. It's all the same. Hell yeah. I know you have a roller. I know you have a milling machine. And it's just, I know you can make the lathe of heaven. That's the thing. Yo, Florida man. Long time no see, my. You know, I left you alone, right? I was solo tanking Johnny. He debuffed me a lot. Listen, you guys are supposed to be farming XP in Nouveau. What is this? This is a fascist state. Let's all of you take turns timing out Luke's alt. This is like, you know, security officer training. Come on, why does he even go in here? He's a Navy, so it's like all you Marines versus all of me. I'm gonna show you honor. This motherfucker crashed the submarine. And he's gonna say, like, I wasn't driving. That's what they all say. It was my evil twin. There you go. He didn't say he has because I was coddling him for like a month, 2 months. He didn't even like give me my customary coward. Now he's making up for lost time. Thank you, Fox. There's something called alternates. All new invention. Don't know how to use them, you know. Guys get back in Nouveau before Johnny comes here and says like mod me or something. Yeah, we're too slow at name. Here I am carrying your name in a lighter, and it's like, chick, chick, chick. You gotta be fast. And even Badger's faster than you. What the fuck, dude? Yeah, this is a competition. It's like XP. Whatever like imaginary XP I grant in my chat, you'll increment it. The elites or whatever, they're the ones keeping score, like in Rat Race. I don't know what my score is, but you know, I want all your scores to be greater than mine. Yeah, you are. It's just like, you know, you get a hug. Anybody who says that word in my chat, like, reinforces my identity. Huggies. I hug you guys. I don't love you guys, but I fucking hug you. Yeah. Like, you know, that they have an unlisted Steven Seagal stream. It's invite only. It's like billionaire fundraisers and shit. And in some way, I am that person. It's just I'm a reformed one. Like, I'll do it all except for like the hurting kids. But you can do a lot before that point. I just pooped myself. Motherfucking elite. There's a like, you know, foodie beauty. And look at me, I'm not even super fat, But I was just walking and I just like let one loose. And now my pants are fucking dirty. God fucking damn it. That's how they like, this. You see how the floor is like a satanic pentagram? These they just, they Massimo family. You guys don't know them. They twitched the thing and I pooped my fucking pants right now. Motherfuck, man. I was having a good time with you. That's why I told you all to go back to Johnny. Go in there. The XP. Like otherwise I'm gonna be pooping my pants all day. Yeah, yeah, basically. Like there's a thing. Like if you guys know PPP and Andy Worski, if you don't send them dick pics, they'll call you a pedo and then extort you. Don't go in the Discord. Even in Wefu, you go into the lobby. Don't go into the main thing. When they invite you to rape chat, don't go. Don't. Just like hang out on Wefu. They'll respect you more. It's like you didn't fall for it. Yeah. They could be like, listen, to be part of us, there's dudes. Send me your dick pic. What are you, a pussy? A coward? And then once they got it, then they got like, he's sending dick pics to 12-year-olds. And then if you don't send them, it's like this pedo is like giving us a hard time. And they'll swat you. You just walk away. That's the most non-violent thing you can do. I'm busy. I'm going grocery shopping. Maybe later in Cusis. He's young. That's what young people do. You never was young and tried to entrap adults? Like, come on, man. You and me, we got age. It's like, oh, we're not gonna fall for that shit again twice. You just chuckle about it. And you try to warn kids. That's what kids do. Hey, kid, touch the electric fence. It gives you superpowers. And then, oh, wow. Well, that's one less problem. I'm like 48. 2 years, I'll be 50. They won't even card me anymore. I know, and that's why I relate to your workshop. If you showed New York, Florida man your workshop, he could come up with like, you'll geek out. Like, do you have sound equipment? Man, you could fix all my sound equipment. You guys could collab in synergy. Take channel all that sex and violent energy into creating something. I saw this one stream like an Indian man in Latvia and then a native Latvian, and they had a great stream. It's like, so are you more Indian or Latvian? Well, I feel like a biryani soaked in like gasoline. Estonian then. It's just like an exchange is high level. I know. That's why you gotta show them fruitcakes how to be more like New York, Florida man. Fly around all day. I'm not gonna say you deal drugs, but if you've done it all, you better start. You know what I mean? If you got a clean citizen record and they notice this guy don't move product at all, that's what they're gonna assign you to. That's what I'm saying. So you call them fruitcakes all day. Pineapple is good. You like pizza? Why not pizza cakes? He is. He's hood grimy. Well, you know what happens to hood grimy people? Like Ice Cube? They get Disney money. Johnny's like doing all he can to say, like, hey, you busted boomer. You haven't been relevant in 35 years, blah, blah, blah. That's what kids say. You remember saying that shit to, like, somebody you thought you were old? Please, relax, chill. Anyway, I'm going to end this stream because I'm going to poop my pants again. And it's not comfortable, guys. It's not. So here's a hug from me and you all. Even the fruitcakes, you get a fruitcake hug. And the hood grimy people, you get a dap. Boom. All right? Get along. Get along. And John, you're contending against Johnny.